It's been a fascinating progression since I started training back in the 70s. The NICU environment at that time was babies were all in a big open room. It was bright, noisy, crowded. We didn't use breast milk. Parents were excluded except for 15 minutes a day when, if they put on gowns and gloves and masks, they could come in and see their babies and maybe touch them for a little bit. That was the environment that I started in, and I began soon to recognize that that couldn't be optimal for babies. So when I came to South Bend, our first goal was to build an NICU that was more environmentally appropriate, and so I got involved with the design side. When we built that new unit, we found that many of the existing building codes were actually regressive in terms of allowing us to have an environment that was suitable for babies. So, for example, having silent alarms so that you just had visual alarms rather than loud audio alarms was not something that was allowed by code. We had to get a variance from our state code agency in order to even install that in our new unit. And with the help of many people, architects, nurses, designers, neonatologists, psychologists, we had a wonderful group of people who addressed all the aspects of this and wrote the first recommended standards for newborn ICU design. We didn't have any authority behind us other than we hoped that this would give people ideas of what codes should look like. Within a fairly short period of time, the facility's Guideline Institutes, which writes the code that most states use for their state codes for hospital construction, adopted most of our recommended standards. What we first started to suggest actually did become incorporated into the codes and therefore into what people did with their NICU design. That process, I think, helped get us to this point where over 30 years' time, the difference in what NICUs used to be like and what they are today, that change is more dramatic than in any other place in the hospital.